The difference of squares of two numbers is 180. This, look at this. Two numbers are there. You have to take the square of that numbers, and the difference of the squares is given 180. And another thing is given the square of smaller number. The square of smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So the square of smaller number is 8 times the larger number. We can take the two numbers as x and y now. Let the smaller number be x and the larger number be y. We should not take two variables, but let us take right now time being x and y, because its equation, a quadratic equation, will contain only one variable. Let us take this smaller number as x and the larger number as y. Now they are given the difference of squares of these numbers. So larger number is y. So therefore subtract this square of the smaller number from the square of the larger number. What you will get here? So square of larger number. Difference means always from the larger number you have to subtract. Y square minus x square is equal to 180. So this is the equation you will get from the first part. The difference of squares of the numbers. Two numbers we have taken as x and y. Square of these numbers will become x square and y square. And the difference of the squares. Difference of the square means subtract the square of smaller number from the square of the larger number. Larger number is y square, smaller number is x square is x square. Y square minus x square gives you 180. And the next part comes to the second one. The square of the smaller number, x square, is 8 times the larger number. So square of larger number, that means square of smaller number, x square is equal to 8 times the larger number. 8 times the larger number. So that means x square will be equal to 8 times larger number is y. So you can write 8y. Now this one you can substitute in this equation 1. You can substitute in 1. So therefore y square becomes, y square you write as it is. This x square will become 8y. X square place, in place of x square you can write it as 8y. And is equal to 180. So therefore you can write equation 1 becomes like this. See, x square is equal to 8y. We are substituting in this place x square. So we are substituting the value of x square there. In terms of y we are counting. Now we got the quadratic equation. Y square minus 8y transfer to the left side minus 180 is equal to 0. We need to solve this quadratic equation either by formula or by splitting the middle term. What are the factors of this one? 180 you see now. Find out all possible factors of 180. So okay, so 2 9s are, 2 4s are, 5s are, then 5 9s are, 3 3s are. We need to find out all possible factors of this one. So let us see. 3 into 3 9. So 9 into 2 18 and 5 2s are 10. 18 into 10. So you can write this as y square minus 18y plus 10y. Minus 18y plus 10y gives you minus 8, and the product of minus 18 and plus 10 also gives you minus 180. Minus 180 is equal to 0. Now let us take common from this y square minus 18y. Y if you take common, so what will remain here? Y if you take common from this two terms, y minus 18. It becomes y minus 18. Then from the second group, from this you take 10 common. So plus 10 if you take common. So what remains there? 10 if you take y minus 18. Y minus 18 is equal to 0. Now you can see again here y minus 18 you can take common from that. So what happens? Y minus 18 if you take common, then here y will remain the second term, you get 10 and both are equal to 0. If I equate this one to 0, y minus 18 is equal to 0, then y value will be equal to 18. y value, suppose y plus 10 is equal to 0, then y is equal to minus 10. We need to accept one value. As per the data, look at this. The second sentence, what it says? What is the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Smaller number is x, larger number is y. So 8 times the larger number, 8 times the larger number will be equal to, 8 times the larger number is equal to square of the smaller number. Therefore, it cannot take the negative value. You have to reject this one. So you reject this one. Okay. So larger number cannot be minus. So therefore y is equal to 18. So larger number is equal to 18. So smaller number is, you can find out smaller number, x is equal to, using the relation, x square is equal to 8y is there. X square is equal to 8y. You can use that relation. X square is equal to, see, that is, before we come to this one, x is equal to, you know that x square is equal to how much? 8y. X square is equal to 8y. 8y. We want the smaller number x, it will be root 8y. X is equal to root of 8y. Because we know that x square is equal to 8y. We want only the smaller number x, so we have to take the square root of that one. So x will be equal to root of 8y. Now substitute the value, x is equal to root of 8 into y value, 18. So this will be equal to, x is equal to 18 into 8, root 144. 144. That means x is equal to plus or minus 12. So that means you are getting y value as 18. So larger number is 18. So larger number is equal to 18. Smaller number is equal to plus 12. Or another possibility. So larger number is equal to 18. Smaller number you can take even minus 12 also. Smaller number can be taken as minus 12 also. So these are the two possibilities. Larger number 18, smaller number can become 12. So larger number 18, then another possibility, it can take negative value, minus 12 also. This is the solution. Yes, just all of you look at this question now. A train travels a distance of 360 km. So 360 km is the distance. At a uniform speed, we do not know. What is the speed of the train, we do not know. If the speed had been increased by 5 km per hour, then it would have taken 1 hour less. It will take 1 hour less if the speed is increased. You know that speed increases means the time taken will reduce. So for the same journey, that means distance is same. For both the cases, the distance covered is 360 km only. Find the speed of the train. The question is we need to find the speed of the train. So let us take the speed of the train as some variable. So let us write. Let the speed of the train is equal to x km per hour. We have taken that speed as x km per hour. So x km per hour is the speed of the train. And the distance covered is given. The total distance covered by the train, distance covered is given, that is, look at this question, look at the question once again, 360 km. The distance covered by the train is 360 km per hour. So 360 kilometers. 360 kilometers and the speed is x km per hour. This is the distance and that is the speed. So now using these two, you can calculate how much time that a train takes to cover this 360 km. Therefore, you can write time taken. Time taken is equal to distance divided by speed. 360 divided by x hours. This is the formula. Time taken is equal to distance divided by speed that we have applied here. So distance, you know, that is 360 kilometers. and the speed you know x kilometer per hour. So divide this distance by the speed, then it gives you the time taken to cover this 360 kilometers. Then next part, if the speed change to new speed, if the speed, look at this, had been 5 kilometers per hour more, then the new speed will be, what happens? So if the speed had been increased by how many kilometers per hour? 5 kilometers per hour more. 5 kilometers per hour more. Then what happens? The new speed will become, original speed was x kilometer per hour. If you increase the speed, the new speed will become x plus 5 kilometer per hour. This is the new speed. See, originally it was going, this is the first part of this question. This is first part one. The next part, if the speed had been increased by 5 km per hour more, then the new speed will become x plus 5 km per hour, and the distance is not changing. So distance covered is same only, the original distance 360 km only. So we got the new speed and the same distance, then we can find out the time taken. So time taken will be equal to, time taken to cover this one is, you divide this one, 360 divided by x plus 5, distance divided by speed again. So this is in hours. Now look at this. This is the time taken by the train when it is going at x km per hour, and this is the time taken when it was going at a different speed, that is x plus 5 km per hour, and this is an increased speed. You know that if the speed is increasing means, then the time taken must reduce here. You are going with more speed means the time taken should reduce here. 360 divided by x plus 5, the time taken, this should be smaller than this one. So this is greater and this is smaller. Look at the denominator, x plus 5, here only x. So when you are dividing this one by x plus 5, what the answer you are going to get is smaller than this 360 divided by x. Denominator here greater, denominator is smaller. So greater the denominator, smaller will be the value of it. So this is smaller and this is greater. And this takes less time. This is taking more time. So this time is more than this time. And the difference in time is given. It would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. That means the difference in time is 1 hour. So this is having 1 hour less than this one. So that means if you subtract this value from this one, we should get answer 1. So let us find out that 360. So let us write this 360 divided by x. This is the time taken with the original speed minus time taken with the new speed. 360 divided by x plus 5. 360 divided by x plus 5, and the difference is taken, time taken is given. It would have taken 1 hour less, means the difference between these two is 1. So now you got the equation 360 divided by x minus 360 divided by x plus 5 is equal to 1. This is an equation now. We have to convert this into standard form. So let us convert this into standard form. Multiply by the LCM will take x into x plus 5. The entire equation should be multiplied by this term. Complete equation you multiply by x into x plus 5. See what happens. When you multiply this 360 by x to this one, x and x gets cancelled. What remains here? 360 into x plus 5 will remain. You multiply this one. Take this one and keep adjacent to this one. Into this. 360 by x into this. X and x cancels, you will get 360 into x plus 5. Then write this minus sign, multiply this one, take here and keep here and cancel this one. X plus y cancels. What will remain? 360 into x, 360x, because x plus y cancels. So now you multiply this one to the 1. So same thing will come, x into x plus 5. So you have multiplied x into x plus 5 to all the three terms of this equation. So now let us simplify this. 360 into x, 360x plus 5 into 360, 0, 5 6 are 30, 3 5 are 15 plus 3, 18, 1800 minus 360 is equal to, multiply this one, x into x, x square, x into 5, 5x, 360x here. So now here we have two terms which are equal and opposite, 360x and 360x gets cancels here. So whatever that remains, let us write. I am going to transfer this 1800 to right side now. I will keep this x square as it is, 5x as it is. Transfer 1800 to right side, minus 1800 is equal to 0. Now we need to factorize this one. X square plus 5x minus 1800. X square plus 5x minus 1800 is equal to 0. So find out all possible factors or use formula method. Whichever that is convenient, you can do that one and find the solution. 1800, let us see now. So 9 sir. Find out all the possible factors. So now 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 5s are 40, 5 5s are 25, 25 3s are
40 and 45.
40 and 45. Okay, so now you can multiply this one. 5 4s are 20, 5 4s are 20, 22s are 40. This is 3, sorry, this is 3. 3 3s are 9. So 5 into 9, 45. 40 and 45. So 40 and 45, you can use that one here. So x square, here I will write 45x and minus 40x. 45 plus 45 minus 40 gives you plus 5. Then minus 1800 is equal to 0. Now take common from this one. X if you take common, it gives you x plus 45, and here if you take minus 40 common, you should get x plus 45 only, and it is equal to 0. 40 into 45 must be 1800. So now again x plus 45 is common in both the places, so then it is x minus 40 is equal to 0. X plus 5, x plus 45, here also you have take out, then what will remain? Here x, here minus 40. So now the product of these two equal to 0 means equate both to 0. X plus 45 is equal to 0 means x is equal to minus 45. Or x minus 40 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 40. We got two values. Which one is correct? You tell me. Which one you can accept? Which one you can reject?
X is equal to 40.
X you can take 40. It cannot be negative. Speed cannot be negative. You reject this one. You have to reject this one. Speed cannot be negative. Speed cannot be negative. So therefore, the speed of the train. So speed of train is equal to 40 km per hour. So this is the speed that uniform speed that train travels.